So you came back for part 2. Come back to see me resolve my problems and or fix my misfortunes, huh? Well, in that case, I don't want to waste any more of your guys' time, so let's just get back into this story time video. So just a quick recap, I had recently gotten one of the worst haircuts of my life. In fact, the hair on my head was so bad that one of my friends suggested I go full Caillou and just completely get a bald head. But nah, I would not look good with a bald head, okay? What do I look like to you, huh? The Rock? Swoozy? Little Bill? Nah. The only way I can save this haircut is by paying another barber to come fix it for me. It's double or nothing, folks. And so my friends and I began on our quest to find another barber who could possibly fix my haircut. Anyway, there are a couple other barber shops in the vicinity, but for the most part, me and my friends had no idea where to go next. That's when Duncan had the bright idea that we go to one of his barbers instead. Now the thing about Duncan is he's what you'd call a Caucasian man. So with that said, I don't really know what to expect from one of his barbers, but for my sake, Duncan let me know what type of barber he had right away. Hey Fitz, you know, my barber is white and all, but there's no doubt in my mind he'll be able to fix your hair because he's really good at what he does. So, trying to give him a shot or what? This is a terrible idea. You should definitely not do it. Alright, shoot, let's give it a shot. But Fitz, didn't you learn your lesson from the last video? I mean, yeah, sure, whatever. But honestly, black barber, white barber, blind barber, I don't care. As long as they can cut my hair, I'd be happy to take their service. And maybe, just maybe, this barber was the miracle working barber that we'd been searching for. So we get to Duncan's barber shop, we walk inside, and in standing at the far back is, you guessed it, Duncan's barber. So Duncan, Anesu, and I proceed to walk up to the barber and we start to explain to him everything that had happened. And then he was all like, you went to Supercuts? I've never heard anybody say anything good about that place. So apparently, even the barbering community knows that you do not go to Supercuts. That's when I asked the man, hey, like, is there anything that you'd be able to do to, like, you know, fix up my head? That's when the man looks at my head and inspects it for a solid 10 seconds. And then afterwards, he just snapped right into soap opera mode. I'm sorry, but your haircut is far beyond repair. You see, your sides are damaged so bad that any type of fading is completely out of the question. I mean, the best thing I can do now is just make the haircut suck less, but even after that, there's not much else I can do. I'm sorry. So we left that barber shop that day because that barber did not have the confidence and or the conviction to cut my hair. But at that point, the day was dwindling down. My friends and I had other ideas and other things that we had planned to do that day. So we couldn't just waste all the time that we had on fixing my haircut. That's when I had remembered that there was a barber shop inside the mall that I used to work in. And judging by the traffic that I got at this job in the mall, chances are that this barber shop wasn't all that packed. So we arrive at the mall, go up the escalators to the barber shop, and just as predicted, this barber shop was completely empty. Other than an older man and a younger man, both of them being light-skinned African American. Yes! So we continued inside of the barber shop and let both of the barbers know exactly what type of haircut situation we were dealing with. Really? Like, yo, really went to Supercuts. We get stories from people that go in there and get bad haircuts just like you, said the younger barber as he continued to roast the heck out of my hairline. I can guarantee you that if you were to walk into that school with that haircut on your head right now, you won't cop a single digit, my friend. The girls will take one look at you and walk in the opposite direction. Like, your haircut is so bad. Even the white supremacists wanted to go back to normal. Like, they hate black people, but your head transcends any level of hate that they could possibly conjure. That's when I take a quick look at Duncan and Anesu and they're laughing so hard it looks like they're having a heart attack. Hey, it's all good though. He'll be able to get you in a sec. That's when I turn around and it's the older barber. This dude has a thick beard, no mustache, bald head with glasses. Like, this dude looked like the Grandmaster Barber, but could he really take on the challenge that was my head? How much y'all pay for this haircut? That's when we turn to him and tell him that it costed $12. That's when he said, you know, usually our haircuts cost $25, but you know, because of this rare exception, I'ma let it slide and lower the price down to $12. Like, this dude could lower the price like a Grandmaster Barber, but could he really stand up against the challenge that was my head? So then I said, alright, cool, that's a fat bet. So I sit down in the chair, he puts the wrap around me, you know, standard barbering procedure and whatnot. And then I want you guys to guess what this man does next. Just take a guess. Take a guess. He picks out my hair, dog. This dude picks out my hair. That's how you do it. That's how you really, really do it. There was no doubt in my mind that this guy was the Grandmaster Barber, blessed to us by the power of the heavens. This man was calm, precise, and most of all, confident in his skill set. And on top of that, this man was taking more time to fix my haircut than it took the lady before to demolish it. Like, you know you got a good barber when you don't even have to see the work that they're putting out. You can just feel it. You can just feel the flick of the wrist. Anyway, the barber had finished and then he showed me the mirror, and I was amazed at how this barber was able to transform something so terrible into something actually quite good. Like, this dude isn't a barber, he's a freaking alchemist, dog. Like, I'm pretty sure there was hair there that wasn't there before. I don't know what type of tricks he's pulling, but he still did a pretty dang good job. I walked up to the barber, shook his hand, and thanked him so much for the work that he had done on my head. That's when Anacio had paid him the $12 because, you know, it was all his fault. We left the barber shop and we went on our way. I can now go to school without shame whatsoever. My haircut was saved. Anyway, moral of the story is, go out there and find yourself a barber that's so good he cuts your hair like he's trying to defuse a bomb. Never ever settle for some barber you're not comfortable with, because chances are if they mess up on your head, you might not be lucky enough to find a barber who can fix you up afterwards. If you guys like this video, make sure you guys leave it a thumbs up, comment if you'd ever had a terrible barbering story. Thanks to all of these wonderful people who shouted out my channel on their Snapchat story. And also, I highly recommend that you guys check out my other video called the Instaliner, which is this magical tool which will be able to fix any haircut. Anyway, my name is Fitz Allen. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Love yourselves and have a good day.